Welcome everyone to the virtual announcement ceremony for the North Shore Writers Annual Contest 2022. Let's begin by introducing the participants. We have to begin Barb Reardon, our chair of our committee. So Barb, just wave and say hi.
Hi, everyone.
There she is. Welcome. And then our fiction judge this year is Casey Dyer, no stranger to the North Shore Writers Association. Hi, Casey.
Hi.
And our poetry judge, Joyce Goodwin, also no stranger to the North Shore Writers. Both of our
Hi,
judges.
everyone.
Yeah, hi, welcome. Our third judge, Samantha Darling, because of work, being overwhelmed with work commitments, just had to give this a pass. So I will be reading or announcing the nonfiction winners. Okay, so we've all been, you've all worked hard on your poems, stories, and now we want to share with you who won. We're going to start with Casey Dyer, but before I turn it over to Casey, I want to just give you a little bit of her background. She's a local writer living in Lions Bay. She's the author of a series of books for both teens and adults. Her most recent novel, An Accidental Odyssey, is an unexpected phone call derails a young woman's wedding plans and sparks an epic adventure around the magical modern day Mediterranean. I could read a lot more about Casey Dyer. She's been very, very productive. But we're here to find out who the winners are. So Casey, I'll turn it over to you to announce the winners.
Thanks so much, Doug. I just want to say how much I enjoyed reading the entries this year. It was really fun, and I could see how much hard work everyone put into their stories. I want everyone to win, but we had to pick a number of winners. So I'm just going to start with, I believe that the association has agreed to offer a special prize for a youth entry. So the youth entry that wins this year is called Touching the Sky by Tyler McIntosh. And it's a sweet tale of a sentient acorn hoping to touch the sky. And it's a lovely examination of the difference that patience and effort can make to any endeavor. And bonus points to Tyler for the smooth usage of they as a third person singular pronoun in this story. Well done. Okay, so for our adult entries, we're going to start with the honorable mention, and this is a writer that I happen to know. These entries, I should point out, were all judged blind, so we literally just got the names of the winners this week. But the honorable mention goes to Rose Dudley, who is a Lions Bay writer. So congratulations, Rose, for You'll Never Be Miss Havisham, and I love the twist at the end. Third place goes to Bill Cook, Bill for First Kiss. So this poignant story successfully juxtaposes the intensity of youthful desire balanced on a knife's edge against the fear of a group of ill-intentioned older girls. A tip for Bill, that framing the story I felt as a memory was unnecessary because the era is so clearly evoked by the setting. Second place was called Camping by a writer named Lois Keene. This depiction of the complexities involved as a man comes to terms with the sexuality of his daughter and of his own choices and prejudices is drawn with a fairly light hand. I like the way it examined hypocrisy without forcing a resolution. And first place this year goes to B.R. Bentley for The Passenger. This is a twisty time slip of a story that covers old ground in a new way. And I felt that the piece did a fine job of evoking both character and setting in very few words. It made me want to learn more about The Passenger in 3A. So congratulations to all the writers and to the winners today. Doug, back to you.
Oh, back to me. Thank you, Casey. And congratulations to the winners. I'd like to just mention that the winning entries will all be published in our special edition of our Write On, our North Shore Writers Association newsletter. And that will be coming out probably in early June or so. It'll be about 6 weeks after this. So now we're moving on to poetry. And I want to take a moment to also just give you a bit of Joyce Goodwin's background. If writing wasn't enough of a creative activity for Joyce, she's added visual arts, painting to her repertoire as well. She's a very active artist on the North Shore. She's also been a multiple winner in this contest, in the North Shore Writers Association contest. She's been an award winner with the Canadian Authors Association, the Ontario Poetry Society, and in November, she published a book of poetry called Fragments, Poetry Motivates. So Joyce, over to you, okay? Okay, there she is.
I will start with the youth poem, and it, like everyone knows, it's always very difficult to decide, and you have to decide one winner and in the youth poetry. So this one just brought me joy. So this poem is called Woodpecker, and it's by Rose Fitzgerald. This poem is full of surprises, with happy observations and creative visual descriptions of the familiar woodpecker. It comes alive in both movement and sound, so all of nature can witness and pay attention. A wonderful poem, congratulations. Now I'll go back to start with the honorable mention. This poem is one that many people will relate to, I think. The title is Sparks, and it's by Jeanette Edmonds. The negative energy of opposites, the turmoil of two people mesmerized by the riveting rightness of their beliefs in the story of who we are and who we are about to become. Third place is a poem entitled COVID Conditions by Rosemary Breton. A pandemic when everything changed. Our own emotional journey is relived in this poem with familiar expressions of frustration and self-doubt. Second place was what I saw a very visual poem. I really enjoyed reading this. Is a poem entitled Autumn Along the Mam Quam by Kathy Sosnowski. A sense of urgency is expressed where salmon spawn. The survival of many species depends on the dramatic scene brought to life in visceral, descriptive language. And the first prize is a poem that had an emotional impact on me immediately. It's a book called Paint Box by Trish Gauntlet. These halting, pain-filled words catch and take our breath away. The sorrow is tangible. The elegy to lost hope is emotionally affecting. It's beautifully written. Congratulations to all of you. I really enjoyed reading all of the poems, and thank you.
And thank you, Joyce. I must say we were quite blessed with superb judging this year, and we appreciate the efforts that you made. Finally, nonfiction, and as I say, Samantha Darling, a North Shore writer involved in both nonfiction memoir, but also in the movie industry as a screenwriter. And we were very, very pleased to have her on board as well. As I say, unfortunately, work commitments have prevented her from joining us. So nonfiction awards. She chose not to write, except for the very top winner. She wrote general comments about honorable mention, third and second place. So I'm going to read general comments and then I'll read those three winners. And Samantha said the best writers were the ones who were clear in their ability to depict what is happening, but were also able to tap into the emotional state of the author as well enough to then give the reader a sense of that emotional state. Rather than a detached lecturing tone, these all made me feel like I was part of the story. They also took their time in developing a theme. They did not rush moments or skip details and were more engaging as a result. So having read that, let me start with honorable mention, and it goes to Rod Baker for The Last Voyage of the Solander. And number 3 goes to Aaron Rochefort for Let This Teach Me. And number 2, Trish Gauntlet, Rosewater Sprinkler. Now, the big winner in nonfiction was Lisa Bagshaw, writing her piece called Confessions. And I do have a more detailed description. Samantha writes, I chose Confessions because even though I did not want to read about COVID life, the author did a fantastic job of sucking me into their particular experience of the pandemic weirdness in sharing details of their state of mind. They were original in their descriptions, avoiding cliche, and even when things got weird, in the author's experience, the writing about it was perfectly clear. So once again, to the winners of nonfiction, congratulations. So what we're going to do at this point, we're almost finished. I'm just going to turn it over to Barbara for just a moment. If Barbara, if you want to, as the leader of our committee, want to make.
Thanks, Doug. I just want to thank you all for your hard work, and on behalf of the North Shore Writers Association, I'd like to thank everyone for all their wonderful entries and to just tell you to keep on writing. Thank you. Good night or good day.
Okay, thanks, Barb. Okay, judges, any last minute comments? We're gonna end the session in just a moment here. Okay, well, thank you once again for joining us today and for your hard work in judging. It does take a good deal of time, and we thank your consideration. I want to just thank add to what Barb said, and that is congratulate not just the winners, but anyone who entered the contest. It's just a great way to up our game, and we had a very, very successful contest with 50 entries. Spread over 50 entries spread over the 3 genres. So we're gaining momentum here. Okay, I think we're going to bring things to an end. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll say goodbye now. Bye-bye.